my name is Katie and welcome to my channel, Duckpotatoe's World. Oh my goodness, you guys, do we have a lot of stuff to talk about today. July has been super busy. This whole summer has been so busy. I feel like I had so much more time last summer and I don't know why, because last summer was shorter. But I digress. I want to welcome you to my channel. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. If you are tuning in for the first time, thank you for joining me. I know that you have a lot of choices about who you can watch and how you spend your spare time or free time or crafting time or whatever kind of time this is for you. And I thank you for choosing to spend it with me. Let's see what we should talk about first. Oh, broken promises. Some of you might be wondering where the circular sock machine video is featuring Lottie that I promised you last month, and it didn't happen. I had great intentions and I didn't get it done before I went to Arkansas for my vacation, and then I got back from my vacation and I thought surely I could get it done in the next couple of days. But apparently no, I could not. In fact, the sock machine is out and on my desk, and I have literally just not had the time to make a sock on it. So I will try again next month. Hopefully I will have at least some sock machine video footage for you. It'll probably be just me making a plain sock because it's been 6 months and it might be fun to see if I remember how. Because poor Lottie has been very neglected. But that is what is going on in the sock machine world. I still love her. It's just getting the time to work with her that is a struggle. Let's see. You can find me. I am MrsDuckpotatoe, no punctuation, on Instagram and Facebook and Ravelry. So if you haven't hunted me down in any of those 3 places, please do so. I would love to be your friend on Facebook or follow you on Ravelry and see all the wonderful things that you are creating. And that brings us to the vacation in Arkansas. It was a yarn crawl, working, family vacation mashup, and it was so much fun. If you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, then you've seen lots of pictures. That's about all the pictures we took. We were too busy having fun to be taking pictures. But that was a blast. We rented an RV from Golden Adventure RV, and I highly recommend it. You book your campsite and then you rent your RV, and they will bring the RV to your campsite within 50 miles of hot springs and set it up for you, and you just arrive, stay your allotted time and leave, and then they break it down. It was awesome. Cinda and Carl could not be sweeter people. I cannot recommend them enough. They are wonderful. If you want to camp in the hot springs area, you need to do Golden Adventure RV. It is the only way to do it. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to tent camp ever again. I have officially been spoiled for that. It was lovely. And then of course there was the yarn crawl, which I was able to do not quite half of, or I guess it depends on how you want to divide it up. Oh, sorry y'all, it is hot. I had to turn the fan off so that you could, hear me. So if I'm a little glistening again, it's just summer in Texas. That's just how it is. Anyway, I did manage to hit all but one of the southern shops during the yarn crawl. I started off with Magnolia in the Beehive in Magnolia, Texas. I hit them first on my way into Arkansas. And then I made it to Knit Unto Others just as they were closing on Friday. And of course, they let me in so I could shop. They were really sweet about it. And I got stuff from there. And then I went on into Hot Springs, and my plan was to go to Malvern on Saturday at noon so I could be in the knit along picture, because I finished my V-Bag tee. But I was working in the Hot Springs shop Saturday, and we were so busy I could not get away. I just couldn't leave to go do anything else at noon. We were just too busy. And so I thought I would make it next Saturday, and that didn't happen. And I did make it the first Saturday right as they were closing. I got to say hi to Lori, and I did get to buy a little bit of stuff, but they were closed when we got there, so I didn't really do my major shopping, and I was planning on getting it back there, and that didn't ever happen. So I just know that I have to hit Malvern before I get to Hot Springs, because otherwise I can't ever seem to get back out from Hot Springs. So once I was in Hot Springs, I was at the shop, or I was doing something with my family every day, and I didn't really get back to yarn crawly things again. I did hit Rich Mountain Fiber Company, but I did that on my way home after the yarn crawl was over. And Missy opened her shop for me too when she was closed so I could come in and visit. So thank you to Knit Unto Others and Rich Mountain Fiber Company and Arkansas Yarn Company for that matter, for all three, letting me hang out when y'all were technically closed. I appreciate ya. And I need to like coordinate my time better for next year so I'm not abusing other people's time and kindness. But it was a blast. It was so much fun. My family and I, we did the Pirate Cove Adventure Golf and we did all 36 holes and I won both rounds. And all of us made holes in one, I think, except for my husband and Levi. I don't think those two got to, but the other 4 of us, we all made at least one hole in one, and that was a whole day's worth of activities. And we spent lots of time out in the lake. Tracy and Mark of Hot Springs Fiber Company are wonderful hosts. They made sure my family had everything they needed to have a wonderful time. And we even floated the river that's outside of Malvern. They let water out of the dam every weekend. I want to say it's called the Rescher Dam. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what it's called. And when they let the water out, it creates a current and you can float. You go to the dam and you park and then you float down to the exit point, and you have to have 2 cars, you know, and 2 drivers so that someone else is parked down there and then you can go get your car after. It was way fun. The only downside was, or an upside, again, how you want to look at it, the whole week was chilly. It was like in the low to mid 80s all week. And the coldest day, of course, was the second Saturday we were there when we were trying to float down a river. But we still managed to have lots of fun. Even if it was a little chilly. Some of my family came home with a bit of a cold and they're still recovering, but most everybody's back to normal now. James is back to work and I'm back to doing all the thousands of things that I do every day. I had a pile of work waiting for me. I've got most of my desk cleared off. Like I said, my sock machine's sitting on my desk waiting to be in a video, which I will hopefully get out to you in this next month in August. And our homeschool starts back up, or the 20th, 21st, 22nd, whatever the Monday is around there. We were planning to start on the 14th, but we decided there's no way I'm going to be ready to start on the 14th, so we're pushing it back a week. We're going to start on the 21st. One of the fun things about homeschooling is we can start school whenever I want to. Nobody controls our schedule. We control it, but that is a great thing. Let's see. Oh, so what I am wearing, that's the first thing we need to talk about. This is my V-back tee in fingering weight by Jamie Hoffman. And I will put some pictures of me wearing it. If you are on my Facebook or Instagram, they're pictures you've already seen, but I like the pictures and I think I look good, so we're going to use those. I could stand up, but I don't know if it's too close to the camera for you to see anything. So that doesn't really show you much. Sorry. I'll put the pictures in. And I love it. I love it. It is a little more fitted than I might have done on purpose, but it does fit and it looks good. And I'm really happy with it. So, especially good since I knit it like 3 times. I knit it and was going to do a fade. Got started on the fade and pulled that out and decided to knit it all in one color. Got about halfway through. It was too big, so I frogged it the whole thing again and started over 2 sizes smaller. So it was a bit of a bear, but sweaters are always kind of a gamble for me that way, so I'm happy overall. I love it. I'm going to wear it lots. And this is not my only finished object. I have 16 finished objects, 8 to 16, depending on how you want to count it. Because the week before we went to Arkansas, we had Vacation Bible School, and my friend Antonia, who helped me host last month, she and I had a room together, and the Vacation Bible School theme was jungles. And I felt the urge to knit us leaf earrings. So the 3 days before Vacation Bible School, I knit 8 pairs of different knit or crocheted 8 pairs of different kinds of leaf themed earrings. And some of them I can show you, some of them I can't, but I'll start with my little leaves. I made 2 pairs of these, one for me and one for Antonia. And all of these earrings are made out of just, they're not turning, so you can't really see them very well. They're made out of just green scrap yarn that I had lying around. There you go. They're the little leaves. And Antonia's look just like this. They're just a foresty green. I'll put a picture of them somewhere. So I made 2 pairs of those, one for me and one for her. Then I made holly earrings. And I forget to show you the holly earrings because I made a pair for Antonia, which I'll put a picture of, and gave them to her, so she has them. And then I made a pair for me, but one of the earrings went missing in Hot Spring, and the other earring has been missing apparently sometime between yesterday and today. So I'm going to have to reknit those because they have disappeared. But I'll put a picture of them. They were super cute. I don't know what happened to the first one. It's probably stuck to somebody's blanket of knowledge or something. And the second one I really don't know because I had it yesterday. I don't know what happened to it. And then after I knit those two, I got really adventurous and decided to try my hand at crocheting some. So this is fingering weight yarn, and I crocheted it with a 0 hook. And I don't know why I do things like that to myself. I barely can crochet, but I managed to get it done. I did 2 pair in the asymmetric Monstera by P.K. Olson. So the little leaves were by Alana Dacos, and the holly earrings were by Helena, I can't read what I wrote, Kylie maybe? These were all free patterns on Ravelry. These were the asymmetric Monstera by P.K. Olson, and I made 2 pair. I made this is my pair in a variegated yarn, and I crocheted a pair for Antonia. Hers were in a solid colored yarn, and I was so happy with those. I thought, well, I'll just keep crocheting, so I decided to crochet another pair. These were actually a pattern for leaf coasters, and I thought they would make cute earrings. They do make pretty cute earrings, but they are huge. So let's see if they are much too big for earrings. I'll probably wear them anyways. The biggest downside is that they tend to curl in as you wear them. I tried starching them. But yeah, after I crocheted these with a 0 hook in black yarn, Antonia did not get a pair. One torture of that nature was enough for me. I was not going to do that again. I did, however, crochet another pair. These were the Leaflings by Mel Harrison, and this pair I really liked, but also fingering weight, size 0 hook, and Antonia did not get a pair of these either. I think I'm showing you the back. Let me show you the front. They're prettier if I show you the front. Here we go. Antonia did not get a pair of these either, just because, again, fingering weight yarn in a size 0 hook, and I was doing this like in the couple of days before and first few days of Vacation Bible School, and I just didn't feel like making another pair. So I love you, Antonia, but she got the first 3 pair. But yeah, so I did finish all of those in the last week. Those were completely not planned. Those were a squirrel project. You know, just totally had to get it out of my system. But I now have 4 pairs of knit or crocheted earrings, and I'll have to replace my hollyberry ones. They were really cute, and I will wear them at Christmas, so I will knit them again. And that brings us to works in progress. So I will show you, assuming I can find it down here. Here we go. My Bubbles socks by Emma Bermudez. And you are going to ask me what you are looking at because they don't look very different from last time you saw them. The only thing that is different is I fixed the mistake I found. I don't know if you remember from last month, I was showing them to you and I was like, something is not right. Everything is off. So I had gotten them, well, now I've gotten them all tangled. I had gotten them all kinds of mixed up so that they weren't correct. And now they are correct. But that is all that has changed. So you can see I have effectively not knit anything new on my Bubble socks. These were supposed to be my summer sock project for the Crazy Sock Lady, but clearly they have not been a priority. I will get them done eventually. I don't know when. So yeah, basically nothing new except they are now fixed. They aren't backwards anymore. So that's good. I think I had knit like half an extra row in one of the socks, which is how it had gotten off. It took me a little bit to figure out what the problem was, and then I had to frog back to where the extra row was and take out the extra half of a row. I don't even know how I did that. I guess I short rowed on myself, but it's fixed now. So that is that project. Then I've got my tally shawl, and that I've actually made a little progress on. This is my All With Love bag that I won at the Yellow Rose Fiber Festival, and I found this cute little rainbow keychain holder at Hobby Lobby, and I thought it makes so cute on my bag, like a little rainbow, and my sheep are like little clouds. Sorry, I digress. I needed a rainbow. Sometimes you just need a rainbow. Anyway, my tally shawl by Alina Apasofa, is coming along very nicely. I have crossed the halfway point. You can see here I am starting the decrease, gotten into the decreases there. You can see where that's going on. And I love it. And I should have this finished this summer. If I just sit down and work on it, it doesn't take long at all. I just mostly keep this for at the poolside knitting. So I did work on it a little bit while we were driving to and from our river float in Arkansas. I wasn't brave enough to bring it in the river, but I could have because the river was very easygoing. But I didn't, so I will keep working on that. And I think I have started, since you saw me last, I think this is new. I don't think I showed this yet. But I started my This Away shawl by Carissa Browning for DFW Fiber Festival. In fact, I started it on, I think I was, oops, I lost my point protector. Ooh, tease it down. Now what fell? The other point protector? You gotta be kidding me, guys. They're supposed to stay on. That's kind of the whole point. Anyway, I started this because I am using lace weight yarn. I started it on size, I don't know, I think I went up or down a size. I started them on a size needle that was different from what the pattern recommended. They are currently on 2s. So I think I had gone up to 3s because I was afraid it would be, it would need to be bigger, but I didn't like the way it looked. And so I have them on 3s, which is what or 2s, which is what the pattern recommends. Yeah. And I like it much better. So I might have started it on 1s and it was too stiff. That might have been what I did. So I haven't got very far, but I'm using my little DFW Fiber Festival stitch marker. This is an old one with the old logo. But yeah, it's coming along. It's at least started. And I am doing this in, let's see, my Bubbles socks are in Knit Picks yarn, Bubbles, let's see, it's called Guppy and Bowie. And my Tolly shawl is in Juniper Moon Farms yarn that's called, I don't remember, Solstice Paint, Summer Solstice Paints, and it's the Surfing Safari colorway. And my This Away shawl is in Lang yarns. It's in a discontinued lace weight yarn called Ayumi. Sorry, my notes are over here on my right. It's called Ayumi, and it is a slow fade, so the orange and the turquoise both fade into darker and lighter tones of the same color. So it'll be interesting to see. I think I'm showing you the front. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that comes out as the shawl progresses, because this shawl you knit the center and then one corner and then the other corner, I think. And if you are a crocheter, this is the DFW Fiber Festival make along project, and they have the knit version, which is This Away, and then they have the crochet version called That Away, so you can do either or both. I chose to do This Away because I'm just not confident enough in my crochet skills to feel like I could do a That Away shawl, but maybe another year I may try the crochet version. So I've been working on that. And I do have progress to report on my summer hexie fade. I finished the whole 3rd ring. Oh, yay! And while I was in Arkansas, Tracy helped me steam block it, so it looks really good. Really, really good. It's getting kind of big to show, but I have 3 whole rings. You can see my center. Let's see, my center is right here. Has the stitch marker on it. And then you can see ring 1, ring 2, ring 3. Oh, I finished ring 4. I finished the 4th ring. Yeah. I'm going to do 1 more ring. Is that right? I finished 4 rings. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is. So I'm going to do a 5th ring. I've got 1 more ring before it's ready to give to the baby. So 36 more hexagrams and a border, and then this will be done. But I get compliments on it anytime I'm working on it out in public or I have it with me. It's getting kind of big to take around with me. My friend Kathy Alexander, hi Kathy, thank you so much. She sat with me at the Civil Air Patrol meeting Tuesday night and helped me weave in 18 ends. So I appreciate you so much. But it's getting to the point where it's a little bit big to be carrying around. But it will be done soon. I brought the little family that had the baby that this is going to belong to. I had the privilege and pleasure of bringing them dinner tonight, and I got to see the baby, and she was asleep when I was there, but she's so precious, and her family is sweet, and I love them to pieces, and I know they're going to enjoy this blanket when I get it finished. Let's see. That is all of my WIPs, if that's not enough WIPs, except for, I'm sorry, y'all. There we go. That is all of my WIPs, except for my blanket of knowledge. And I have progress on that. Not as much progress as I would like because I was focusing on the Summer Fade Hexie, but I do have progress to show. So, let's get this bad boy out of here. Stuck on something. There we go. So. As my husband would say, sew buttons on your underwear. I have done, I don't know, 10 rows of the June colorway. And that's it. That's all I've gotten done. But I had none of it done last month, so that's progress. And Tracy also helped me steam block this blanket, and you can really see the patterns opening up that you couldn't see as well before. I'm going to try to... I have a little video we took when we were steam blocking it to kind of show, especially in the lace, how the pattern opened up just with steam blocking. And I will put that little video in here in a second. See if I can get the bottom of it all the way up in the video. Nope, my arms aren't long enough. There you go. So it really opened up everything, and it made the blanket beautiful. It showed off all of that lace and all of the little knit purl pattern details and everything. Just what looked like, you know, maybe a pile of color before really just shows off everything. Even like simple ones like December. That's this light blue stripe staircase zigzag pattern. Just really can see the zigzags so much more clearly. And of course that pink lace. Oh, love it. I can't wait to have this finished. I'm going to do June and a bonus stitch, and July and a border, and then this bad boy is done. So, coming along quite nicely. I am very, very happy. Let's see if I can tuck it down. It is too big for my biggest bag, so I kind of have to smoosh it. Excuse me while I smoosh it. Oh, oops. There we go. And of course, I'm still working on my cabin in the woods. And that one, I have one block from June done. So the June colorway for Enchanted was called Majestic Sky. And the June colorway for Cabin in the Woods is Telling the Understory. And we showed, I haven't blocked this yet, so you cannot see the knit purl pattern quite as clearly as you will be able to once I block it, but I've got one block done and half a block done. A little more than half, maybe 3/4 of a block done here. So I'm still working on the June blanket of knowledge, but same thing with this one. I will finish June and then I will finish July. And then because I don't take my own advice, I will have to weave in the ends on 36 blocks because I managed to make 3 every month, and seam it together and put a border on it, and then it will be done. And I can show you the July colors because I have those with me. So I don't know which one's which. We shall open and see. Oh, this is the July Enchanted color called Enchanted Moonrise, and I love it. It is beautiful peacocky blue and teal. Oh, I love it. A while back, Tracy asked in the Facebook group what color we'd like to see in our blanket, and this was what I suggested, and she delivered. So when you are in those groups and she asks questions, make sure you answer, because she really does listen to what everybody suggests. So that is Enchanted, and then my Cabin in the Woods colorway is called Leaf Litter. And this is a beautiful sort of golden brown color. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So those will be my last 2 colorways on my second and third blanket of knowledge. And in August, I get to start my 4th blanket of knowledge. This will be the 3rd year of the make along and my 4th blanket. And I am going to be able to work the new colorway. So she just retired Campfire and brought in Fun Fall. And so here's a picture. This is actually her Aussie dog, Austin, playing in the leaves. She took this picture. She had been raking leaves and he had come over and wanted to fetch, and she wasn't fetching, so he jumped in her pile of leaves to show her. So I am excited about this colorway. All the fall colors, the reds, the browns, the creams, the greens, the golds. It's going to be so much fun to work up next year. And that one is the one I will be doing. I am only doing one next year. I have now done 1 block blanket and a strip blanket and a block blanket, and I think I'm gonna stick with blocks. I don't like seaming them up, but I do like how small and portable they are, and how I can arrange the blocks in a pattern that I like, or a strategically random pattern. I just enjoy the block knitting, I think, more than I really thought I would like strips more, but I just like the blocks. They're more portable, they're easier to cart around. You have that little sense of accomplishment when you have cast off and you have a block. So I am really excited to continue with that. Now for our blanket of knowledge spotlight, I have some beautiful block construction blankets to show off that belong to my favorite author, Kathleen Fuller. So here you can see she has at least 2 different blankets, I think. I think one is Cabin in the Woods and the other is Enchanted. And she says she's behind. I don't know when she exactly started, but I can actually see some blocks that I know came from August. So she must have started in August. And I imagine she's probably getting ready to finish them up herself. But you can see here 2 different colorways, and she is knitting and crocheting, I believe. So yeah, if you would like for your blanket of knowledge progress to be in our spotlight, you don't have to have a lot done. You just have to have 1 block or 1 section of strip for me to show it off. You can either email the images to the channel's email, or you can find us on the Facebook page. There is a pinned post. And you can use the Ravelry group. There's a post about it there. So you just hunt it down and send me the picture, and I will happily show off your work. I would love to see some other colorways. I've seen lots of Cabin in the Woods, lots of Enchanted, but we have 8 colorways, guys. So I would really love to see some of the other colorways to feature and show off. Crochet, knit, doesn't matter. I want to show off your work. Great job. And if you haven't gotten your advent calendar, there are still a few left. So Blanket of Knowledge or Advent Calendar, if you're thinking of ordering from Hot Springs Fiber Company, please go to the description box down below and use my affiliate link. It helps me out. It supports my channel. It makes sure I can keep giving away prizes and mailing them out to you. And it doesn't cost you anything extra. So make sure you check that out. The Advent Calendar is going to be really something special. Not only will you have the mini skeins like you do in every Advent Calendar, and patterns that the mini skeins are going to make up something specific, but you're also going to get to a little bit of a story that's being co-written by Kathleen Fuller and Tracy Anderson, and I believe the title of that's going to be Letters from Mom, and it should be really good. So while you're working, you'll be able to listen to, as what I understand, they're going to have an audio version of the book. So yeah, make sure you get your Advent Calendar. Don't be left out. All right, and that brings me to acquisitions, because y'all, I just came back from Yarn Cross. You know I got yarn, right? I got yarn. So I will try to show everything I got. I don't think I'm going to leave anything out, but bear with me. If I've left something out, then you'll just have to forgive me. But I am doing the best I can. I don't think I will leave anything out. If I forget something, you can also check my Instagram or my Facebook. A lot of stuff is shown there. So my very first stop was the Beehive in Magnolia, Arkansas. And y'all, I got the cutest bag. I know I have a million bags, but I couldn't help it. It's from the Bob and Weave, and it was just calling my name. It was so pretty. It's a drawstring bag. It has this cute little handle, which I really like. And it was a good deal. I couldn't resist. Handmade drawstring bag from the Bob and Weave. You can actually look up their stuff at thebobbandweave.com. But yeah, this one with the browns and the reds and the kind of southwesterny feel to it. I had to have it. Had to come home with me. And I had to have a Beehive exclusive yarn. So this is a new shop. It's on the small side, but she has gotten into hand dyeing yarn, and I picked a Beehive colorway called Sweetheart. And everyone I know has pointed out to me that there's some purple in this yarn. And I know I always say purple's not my favorite, but clearly my horizons are expanding because I just love this yarn. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Right now, it's a souvenir of the Arkansas Yarn Crawl, and I'm going to have the pleasure of owning it. That's my plan for that yarn right now. But I love it. If you have not been to the Beehive, I suggest you go there and check them out. They also do, it looks like they did pottery and some resin needles and things. There was a girl spinning when I was in there, and everyone was super friendly, and they let my dog come in with me. I'll put some pictures of me and Roxanne at the Beehive in Magnolia, and we had a wonderful little visit with them. And then, of course, I made my mad dash to knit unto others, where I bought more yarn. Oh, so they had Manos de Uruguay make a shop, I guess like a compilation just for their shop, and so that's what I had to buy. So these colors are the Knit Unto Others shop exclusive set of minis, and then I bought this beautiful solid called Fog. This base is the Manos de Uruguay Fino base, and I'm going to make a big shawl out of these. I found a pattern that uses 1 Fino main skein and 5 minis, and that is my plan for those. I didn't actually mean to buy that much yarn, but it was beautiful and I couldn't resist. And then from there, the next shop I visited was technically Hot Springs Fiber Company, and I got my Blanket of Knowledge yarn, and Tracy gave me a few little special things. I'm going to show you my favorite first. These are needlepoint protectors. They're little ducks for Duckpotatoe. So yeah, Tracy gave me those, and then she gave me all the little duck stitch markers, a whole set of them in all the colors. So I got Mama and Papa Duck and all the babies. I got 4 yellow ones. Whoops, there's only 2 on here, 3 on here. I'll have to find the other one. There were 4. And then a pink, a blue, a purple, and a white. So all the little duck stitch markers from Hot Springs Fiber Company. And Hot Springs Fiber Company was giving away door prizes, so I got another bag. These were free. She gave everyone that walked in the door a free bag and 2 free bling bling stitch markers. So I picked, of course, orange and teal because I am a person of limited interests. I don't know if you can see how sparkly those are up in there. But yeah, they are real thick, extra wide stitch markers for using when you have yarn overs that need to be made either before or after a stitch marker. The extra wide helps keep the yarn over in its spot so it's not jumping your stitch marker. So that was what I got at Hot Springs Fiber Company the first half of the week. And then Saturday night, we hit Malvern up right as they were closing. And I didn't really shop the yarn, but I did manage to snag some chai. I have been trying to get the Vanilla Harmony Chai Latte Mix from them. And they're always out, but they had one, so I bought it. Even though they were closed, they let me. And then Lori is such a sweetheart. She gifted me so she gave me this one last year during the crawl, and she gifted me the rest of these this year during the crawl, and they are so cute. It has, I think, Sweetie or Sweetums or Sugar. I can't remember what the name of the little pink sheep is, but it has her logo on it and 3 Arkansas Yarn Company logo stitch markers on it in a big safety pin. I really love this kind of setup because I can stick the safety pin onto a bag and have all the stitch markers hanging there. I love this. I had plans to shop her yarn, especially since Rachel was there from Night Owl Fibers, and I really enjoy her self-striping yarn, but I never made it back to Malvern. So I'm going to be back in Arkansas very soon, and I'm going to make a point to hit Malvern. Even if I don't buy yarn, she had a set of Jurassic Park stitch markers that another person who had been there was wearing, and oh, I needed those in my life. So yeah, next time I'm in Hot Springs, I'm going to have to go by way of Arkansas Yarn Company. That was very good. And I got to visit with Jess for a while, and Anna was there, and the creator behind Dragon Horde Knits, and I can't think of her name, but she was there when we were stopped by, so we got to say hello to her. And like I said, had a nice long visit with Lori. Lori's a sweetheart. Definitely check out Arkansas Yarn Company, as well as Knit Unto Others and Magnolia. I'm telling you, Arkansas is the friendliest people. And I hate to say that because I'm from Texas and we think we're the friendliest people. And we are, but so is Arkansas. They just are. There's no getting around it. Let's see, what else? Oh, my husband and my sons went to Rocket Fizz while I was working in the shop at Hot Springs one day. And so they didn't want me to feel left out. They brought me a llama that poops. It poops candy. I don't know that I'll ever eat it. I'm not a big ball of sugar hard candy eater, but the llama's hilarious. You load him up and you squeeze him and he poops candy. So there was that. Oh my goodness, before we even went to Arkansas, I forgot about this. My mother went to see the Grand Canyon, and I'm so jealous. I've never seen the Grand Canyon. I've driven by it twice, and because I was foolish, I didn't stop and see it either time. I'm telling you, if you have a chance, don't be like me, don't regret it. Stop and see the Grand Canyon. But she was at a little shop in New Mexico, and she got two hanks of Dream Smooshy Cashmere in these two colors, and I'm digging these colors too. She said she figured I was all kind of out of orange, and she's right. I love orange, but sometimes a change is good. And this is called Rose and Jack, which I'm wondering if it's a Titanic reference, and this one is Leia Rose. And they're so beautiful together. She got two in different colors for herself, and I imagine we will plan a mother-daughter project because that's what we like to do. And then let's see. Oh, my very favorite author, Kathleen Fuller, had a book signing toward the end of the week at Hot Springs Fiber Company, so you know I got books and books signed. Sorry. So I got this book this time around, which I've actually already read, but I didn't own it. And of course, Kathleen signed it for me. I thought she signed it for me. There's it is. She did. Kathleen signed it for me. And then I brought with me my two of her newer Amish books. These are going to be her last. She's got one more in this series, and then these will be her last Amish books. The publisher is wanting more contemporary romances. So I got her to sign both of these that I brought with me, and I can't wait for her third one to come out. But I got my book signed by my favorite author. Again, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you've seen me and Kathy. Then, of course, I've been needing a button for my little Bible case that I crocheted. So I bought these magnetic closures from Hot Springs Fiber Company, and I already had the little flower button, but I just sewed that on there. So now I don't have a big orange plastic tapestry needle closing my Bible. That was good. And of course, I'm never going to leave Hot Springs Fiber Company without buying yarn. And I just couldn't resist this Seriously Sparkle sock in Turquoise Dreams and Tangerine Skies. There's a big debate about whether or not these two colors go together. In my world, they go together. Kathleen thought they looked good. Alana and Tracy at Hot Springs, they're not digging my color combination choice. I don't know if I'm going to use them together or separate, but this is my favorite sparkly sock yarn, and I had to have both of these colors. I love them. And then in my Blanket of Knowledge box, I got stickers, and I bought stickers from Knit Unto Others, and I bought some stickers from Hot Springs Fiber Company. So the little notebook that came in my July box, I covered in stickers, which was super fun. And so it's just, you could just take little notes. This was it's one of the extras that was in the July Blanket of Knowledge box. So I'm excited about that. Let's see, my battery is low, so before I show you what else I got, let me go change my battery. All right. Well, I replaced the battery, and then I filmed the whole second half of the video, and now I'm just realizing I didn't hit record. So this is take 2. Hopefully I can remember where I was and what needs to be covered. Y'all, I'm telling ya, sometimes life is rough. Okay, let's see here. Let me see if I can find where I was. Oh man. Alrighty, I think I was covering acquisitions, the things that I got in Hot Springs Fiber Company. So in addition to my beautiful yarn, I bought stitch stoppers. So Tracy has a basket full of stitch stoppers, and I must have gone through that basket, I don't know, 3, maybe 4 times, and there were very few repeats. There were so many unique ones. I actually bought 10 sets, some for myself, but most to share with some friends. I'll have to put in a picture because I don't have them all to show you, but I will show you the 2 sets I bought for myself. The first one says, "It's 5 o'clock somewhere," because you guys, I'm always up for a margarita. And the second set that I got for myself, this was the only set in the whole basket that was Harry Potter themed. It says, "I solemnly swear I am up to no good." Could be a Weasley twin reference there. And you know, I forgot to mention, but another thing I got from the Beehive was a set of stitch markers that are camping related, and of course my family was going camping, so I couldn't resist. There's a little lantern, and this was the one that really sold me, a little RV. There was a little tent. We did not sleep in tents this time. Our family used to go tent camping quite frequently. Look, you can't see it. When my children were younger, we would go pretty frequently, but we haven't been in several years. And we did have a tent over our food, but we weren't sleeping in it, which is good. I've decided I'm too old to sleep in a tent anymore. And then a little backpack. I didn't actually go hiking, but my husband and my sons did spend some time on one of the Brady Mountain trailheads hiking. So I got those from the Beeville. Is that what it's called? Beeville. Yeah, from Beeville in Magnolia. Let's see. I also got, I don't know if I showed this or not. I got the pooping. Then, of course, oh, and Tracy, she gave me the duck bag. Love the duck bag. And she gave me 2 little bags. This one's pink and the other one's orange, just to go inside to act like, kind of like pockets in the big bag. I love that. That was a gift from Tracy, which I am very grateful for. And then I did hit up Rich Mountain Fiber Company. I didn't make it during the crawl. I was actually there. They were actually closed when I drove home, but Missy is a sweetheart and she opened up the shop for me, and I got to visit with her and spend some time visiting with her precious puppy. I have some pictures from there. I'll stick them in here. And of course I bought some yarn. I bought, this is her hand-dyed yarn from Rich Mountain Fiber Company and Birds of a Feather. And again, y'all, just like the Beeville yarn, it's got that purple in there. And I'm not normally a fan of purple, but I loved this yarn. I love the orange and the green, and the purple in the right place. Looks great. I love it. Don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. I'm going to enjoy owning it. And I couldn't resist, y'all. I got another bag. This one is one Missy made herself, and it just felt like it went with the yarn. It's got the purple and teal. And it's a drawstring bag with a very big bottom. I love big bottom bags. Fit lots of stuff in there. But yeah, so that's what I got at Rich Mountain Fiber Company. And, oh, one more acquisition. I did manage to make it over to Hobby Lobby and get the yarn for the baby that my pastor and his wife are expecting. So this will be the Banyan Love Baby Blanket. I probably won't start it until September, but I have the yarn. And let's see, what else did I get? I think that's everything, y'all. If that's not enough for one girl to get, I don't know what is. It was a wonderful crawl. I enjoyed it. I met the most wonderful people. All the shop owners were amazing. But 2 shop owners have given me giveaway prizes for you guys, so I guess we should talk about shareables. So I guess let's begin with sharing. So last month I had a couple of yarns that are for giving away. I have this Juniper Moon Farm Moonshine Hand Paints, which is a worsted weight silk cashmere wool blend. And I paired it with this Lanes de Nord Cash Silk Light, which is a wool silk and cashmere blend. because it was making me think in June when we were having all that rain, green East Texas and the cloudy sky. That's what I was digging. So I put these two together. This is actually alpaca wool and silk. This one is wool and silk and cashmere. And Tracy donated one of her inspirational pins. It says, I can and I will. And Tracy donated this bright green bag with a reflective strip. So if you're out and about and knitting on the go, you are going to be spotted, easily seen. So this was last month's prize, and the winner is Cynthia Navin 9209. So congratulations, Cynthia Navin 9209. If you would comment below and send me an email at the channel email in the description box down below that says what you won and your address, so I can get your prize out to you. I will be getting that out as quick as I can. Then I have this month's giveaway is going to be donated by Hot Springs Fiber Company. Rich Mountain Fiber Company also donated some things to give away, and I'm going to give those away to you next month. So make sure you tune in this month and next month. Rich Mountain Fiber Company has the Arkansas Yarn Trail monthly subscription, and I think it comes in 3 different weights, and it's a hand-dyed yarn kit that you get, so check her out. But I will be giving away some of that next month. And then for this month, I have the July Enchanted Blanket of Knowledge box to give away. It's not the whole subscription, I'm just giving away the single month. This is the DK weight. You get the Enchanted Moonrise and the Squid Ink Mini. And it comes with some stickers and some snacks. It has a little duck stitch marker there for you. And just like my brown notebook that I showed you with all the stickers, it has a notebook like this. You have to add your own stickers. But it comes with 2 stickers to get you started. And that is what some lucky person will be winning next month. So if you would like to win this prize, please comment down below and tag a friend. We only had 8 people enter to win last month, guys. I mean, that makes the odds great for you, but don't you want to share the love? Tag your friends. Put somebody's name in that you want to also watch the channel and enter to win a prize, because I've got great stuff to give you. And next month, I'm going to be giving away 3 prizes from Rich Mountain Fiber Company. So we need to get lots of people entered because I got lots of stuff to give away. That's about it, guys. I think that's plenty of stuff for me and plenty of stuff to share with you. I got a lot of things coming up. In September 7th, I will be teaching a class at Hot Springs Fiber Company called How to Get the Most Out of Your Ravelry Account. And it is a lecture style class, and we are going to be covering navigating Ravelry, what is there for you to use, and then how to use it, how to build up your stash, how to create a project and track your progress from start to finish, how to use your stash to find a pattern or use a pattern to find a yarn, how to find the groups and the social aspect of Ravelry that you want to be a part of. We're going to cover all of that and more in my class. So if you are interested in learning how to best utilize Ravelry, go to my affiliate link in the description box down below, click on the Hot Springs Fiber Company link, and go sign up for the class. It is an in-person class, September 7th. And if you're interested, we'll talk about maybe doing some classes like how to be an outstanding test knitter, how to publish your own design on Ravelry, and that kind of stuff. So, got lots of class plans coming up in Hot Springs. I also will be at the DFW Fiber Festival at the end of September. My mother and I are totally doing bingo night. Everything's planned. We're going to be there most of the weekend. I think we're going to go down Thursday night and come back home Saturday night is I think the plan. But we are totally doing bingo Friday night. If you haven't signed up for Friday night bingo, go sign up because you're going to want to play bingo with us. I think we are a hoot and a half, and I know I get excited and she gets excited, so we are excited for bingo. And Saturday, we're going to be taking a crochet class with Allison, and I can't remember her last name, but it is a cottage cord crocheted house. And so I'm excited about that. I've really been getting into crochet lately, and I can't wait to expand my skills and take a crochet class at the festival. I am going to have a CSM video up for you in August. I failed you in July. I am going to try so hard to have a video up for you in August. It may just be another sock being made, but it will be something new on the CSM channel. That's my goal. My goal, big knitting goals and crochet goals for for August. July is over. For August are to finish my blanket of knowledges that are complete. Like, I have all the yarn and all the things I need to do to finish Enchanted and Cabin in the Woods. So my goal is to get those 2 done, and to get my Hexie Summer Fade Hexie blanket done for my friends who had that precious baby who needs her blankie. If I can get through all those blankets and have those done, I'm going to be really pretty happy. Those are my plans. I want to thank you all again. It has been a pleasure. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to close this in prayer. Gracious Heavenly Father, thank you so much for the many ways that you have blessed my family over the last few weeks. Thank you for being with my grandmother, and she's healing well. Thank you so much, Lord, for being with my mother-in-law as she continues to go through chemo. Thank you, Lord, for all the people who contributed to the wonderful trip that we had in Hot Springs this last week. We had Tracy and Mark, who were just the most wonderful hosts, and Cinda and Carl, who bent over backwards to do whatever they could to make our stay in their RV more comfortable. Thank you for each and every patron of the Yarn Crawl, Lord. Thank you for every single person that walked through the doors of Hot Springs Fiber Company. I met the most wonderful set of people, the most friendly and creative men and women, and each one of those people, each person was made in your image, Lord, and is precious to you. And I pray that you bless them and that you bring people into their lives that will speak truth and love and that will encourage them. And in your Son's Jesus' most precious name we pray. Amen.